Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Aggies offense comes on the field first today. Well, the energy of this building, Coach, is just going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, le bon temps brûlé. Let the good times roll.
And really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl.
Look at this, taking a shot on the very first play. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver. And the Aggies will have to kick it away. So a 3 and out on the first possession. They'll have to kick it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Running with purpose. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a big gain.
Huge chunk play here by the quarterback, keeping the ball himself, rips off some nice yards. And my question is, Chris, where's the defense? Where's the pursuit? This guy has the ability to hurt you and hurt you in a big way with his legs. The defense may be underestimating the speed that he has.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Larson. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Making people miss. Tackle at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught quickly. He's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Trying for a 4th down completion. And he finds his target. He has the first. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this 4th down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. Not much on that play. Brought down short. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's a quick grab. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. And forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Aggies pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. He's going to hand this off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And, right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this. And the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as you try to keep the drive going. He'll hand it off. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. As a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Play action fake, looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. And a handoff as they run the counter play. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him down, but that's a huge chunk play. Offense getting momentum as we wrap the first quarter up. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Important 2nd down play coming up. And here's the jet sweep testing the perimeter here. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. The Irish offense comes up here on 1st and goal. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield and pick up the first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M uniform.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And here's the handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Looks to the left for a quick throw. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Peters. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the...
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And the Aggies will line up to boot it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And we'll see what he can do on the return. We finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. That's caught. It's Williams. A quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And a senior making a disruptive impact play. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. They bring the punter onto the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle made after the completion. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. And he drops back in the gun. The pass is caught and read out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progression. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up one inch.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be first down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really, over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
Grab behind the line. It's Gilbert. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. Notre Dame getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. He shreds the tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short game.
Touchdown, Irish. They go in front here in the second half.
Boy, the timing here is essential between the quarterback and the receiver. You got to find that window. window between the linebackers. He does it, puts the ball right on the money, and then how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
And the point after is right down the middle. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Finds an open target on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Baker. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
You be a good boy?
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With sure hands, it's Peters. Tackled at the 33, that's good enough for a first down.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. He's going to take another shot right here. Deep shot caught out of the 15. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, A&M. Might have to try the extra point. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And is fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Excellent field position here for the offense. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a big game before he goes
Shit,
out of bounds.
dude.
Move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
The game makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school. Shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. Takes it in for a...
He makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team, let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They're going to run it here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Lets it go quickly. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Aggies. This offense cannot be stopped. The up and good. They get a little bit closer. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. First down here for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here comes a handoff. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Hey, I can understand the play call here. Backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. But you got to be careful of being too conservative. Because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they are selling out against this.
They pressure him and sack him. Tackle inside the 10.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
And the ball is away from inside the 10. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, They better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return. Being taken down.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times. You should focus more on preserving the lead.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Handoff to the back.
I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Here's the second down play. Ending off on the draw play. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain. Third down after that running play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. On the kick now for the 5th time today. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Ball handed off. Solid gain. These moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Breaks loose at the 45. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 32. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side. Able to create a great push. Nice.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And here comes a deep shot. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
We reach the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Quarterback making some changes at the line. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Quick throw to the left. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop for this defense on fourth down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll work the clock here with the running game. Breaking free at midfield. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. First and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And That's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. And the offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. First down and 10 now. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Look at this, he'll go deep again. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the... Oh,
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
In these playoff games, it's win or go